But now I'm off the hizzle and slowly full of that ripple. I'm watching it dangle like a past participle. Mix my ripple with mo for sham pipple. Taking spring water hits just a mid-pine thistle. That good green that'll wet your whistle. Hey, smoke got food, don't be pulling your pistol. And get your girl hit with my master struck missile. See chewing out the frame like a brand new pistol. Struck a jawbone down to the marrow and gristle. Full facial blow bubbles and rub it on your pimples. She left the hotel smelling like a sack of hot crystals. And pistol smoke, it's one for broke. Then I put it in her throat and she burped and choked. Should've told you how chunky it was. Go and get your girlfriend so she can help you out. Scream it out now. It ain't easy, man. Claim fame. Oh God, put me in the game. I'll be a man amongst boys forever, living life like a grown man. A grown man.
Job well done there, Professor Bowman.
That's why I was for some reason, whenever I switch between, it mutes everything. So when I came back, we were talking and everybody was like, can't hear you, can't hear you.
Only people who were able to read lips were enjoying the show.
So I was about to hit the intro, and then I looked back and it was in red. I was like, well, damn, here we go.
Hit it again, sir.
But what's up, Direct Edition attendees? It's your boy, the Robot Bobby Q.
See, that's why I didn't join in with that shit.
Put some soul in it. What's going on?
I did.
You put some Casey and Judge. Ooh yeah.
Q. Robot Q.
T-Wild Mobile bring you another fresh, heaping hot plate of the Direct Edition. We get the latest news and opinion on comics, video games, collectibles, and TVs and movies with just a
tick's eyelash.
A tick's eyelash of anime thrown in for good measure. Of course, we got the Forever Squad in the building. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's going on?
Keep going. I gotta change shirts. I gotta change my shirt.
I was about to say, what the hell are you doing?
Change my shirt, that's all. Turn your eyes, avert your eyes, you perv. Oh my god. All y'all dirty bastards. I was just taking off my work shirt, putting on my VP.
Mad Wicked in the building.
Sup? Boom. Cackalack. Do-ba-diddy-diddy. Thundercat.
Oh.
The downtown Thundercat.
The down, baby.
The downtown Thundercat.
Thundercat.
So how you doing?
Thunder, he's wrong.
And of course,
we got a motherfucker there. Ho, motherfucker!
And of course, we got Master Jushin in the house.
What is going on, y'all? What is going on?
I got YouTube and Twitch chat up, so
Okay.
the only thing I don't have is Facebook. It won't let me found this nifty new feature on the chat where you can just bam, pop them out like that.
No problem, cool.
And just watch them from there.
So you got YouTube chat up?
I got YouTube chat up. I got Twitch chat up. Facebook won't let me do that.
Okay, so all those tuning in, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, and of course Facebook as always, say something. Got something on your mind or some questions about something, we will do it to our fullest capabilities to answer your question or Google it one.
First off, before we get into anything, I think we need to pay our respects to the dearly departed Joan Lee.
Yes, Stan Lee's
Stanley's wife, yeah.
Passed away.
Condolences, definitely to Stan. That's something horrible for somebody to go through. So, and I mean, I think we've all, lost someone near and dear to us, and it's a pain that you wouldn't wish on anybody. So, our condolences to the Stan Lee and the Lee family. waiting, but I'm keep moving on.
But with that said,
I know his ass.
With that said, my Deadpool is still in effect.
Like I said, I knew his ass was.
Deadpool was still. I already had this conversation with Jeezy earlier. He already cussed me out and said I was going to hell. But y'all already.
Yeah, we already knew that.
I hope hell has some visiting hours.
No, I don't hope hell has. I wouldn't want to go down and visit hell. I don't know if send Jushin a conjugal for heaven. I don't know.
Screw that. I'm gonna get a day work pass so I can go out.
I'm like, you should pick up the phone. Whoa. Well, it's hell. It's supposed to be bad. Not supposed. You can what? You can fit a pineapple in your ass. It's
I would
hell.
not be telling that. What I would be doing though is probably handing out some ass whoopings in hell. I think I would enjoy it. It's like a vacation.
That sounds like a challenge, Satan. Before you come and get my brothers.
I can invent a few new ways to torture people.
He was on Earth talking shit.
Just saying, I know what to do to help you improve efficiency down here, torturing people.
Oh, don't suck up now. You said try to twist it now.
I've already got my job planned out, sir. I told you. Work release program. I'm gonna come back and hunt a few people. More than a few. Possess a few.
Wow.
Ghost rape a few.
I don't know why you let him continue like that.
I didn't let him. I didn't know when to start.
Me
Every
saying,
time he opened his mouth, he'd be like, shut up.
pretty much.
Stop. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Gotta cut me off from the beginning.
Well, if you tuning in for the first time, if you're a long time listener, you know usually we start out with some nerd kapoops. So we're going to jump ahead into that. Jushin, I hear you have a nerd kapoop.
I have a nerd kapoop. And I just saw it. Apparently, there's Japan now there's this company, I can't remember what the name was, but we just saw this article. It's basically Japanese guys in Japan can wear a VR headset, and marry their anime.
Is it
their favorite anime character or whatever character they have? Yeah.
That just means it's gonna be.
You gonna keep this fucking headset on forever?
I guess as long as you gotta go to honey or whatever.
But I mean,
wait a minute.
But wait a minute.
Just say, as long as you got a good honey.
Look, it was weird because you watched the video and these guys were standing there in the grooms. You know, they were standing in a tuxedo and they had the headset on and they were in this little VR chapel and they were getting married and they were saying their dues, and when they went to go kiss the bride, a little lady who was bent forward with a pair of fake lips so he could actually make look he was making physical contact. I can tell you right now, I hope she gets double time or triple time for the honeymoon edition, because man,
that ain't going to do it for me. Look, but they say they can marry their favorite anime character, right?
Yep.
So what if someone else has the same favorite anime character?
I guess they all marrying the same anime character. It's just the fucking harem shit.
Y'all gonna share?
Well, you see how they apparently Japan has got that whole harem culture thing in their anime, where basically one guy, a whole bunch of anime girls. So why not one anime woman and all these Japanese nerds?
But it's virtual.
Well, I'm pretty sure as long as she doesn't get to touch him, she's all right.
So what he gonna do?
That's on them. I mean, honestly, you're marrying a fictional character.
Virtual baby. It's gonna be virtual sex.
When are you gonna have sex? When you buy a pocket pussy and just put on the headset?
Somebody sounds like they got it all planned out.
So yeah, all it takes is just one slip, and I just go the rest of the way. You know that. I just go the rest of the way.
I think it's one of those to each their own thing, because
I don't even know.
I've never been into like, you know, even if somebody draws like beautiful women, like Adam Hughes, or Stefan Roux, or you know, Michael, you know, I've never looked at them past that. Like, wow, they can draw some gorgeous women, and that's it. That's
pretty much.
Click, unplug it. The show ain't going on no further than that. I ain't got nothing else to say after that. I've never been like, wow.
Wicked said he's never.
If I could,
doesn't own any hentai at all.
Never. No.
I mean, I have my favorite. I have my favorite anime characters too. You know, shout out to my boo Hinata from Naruto. But you don't see me hauling ass to Japan to
his ass on Naruto at all.
Exactly. But you don't see me hauling ass to Japan to put on this headset and kiss a pair of rubber lips.
Beat that ass. That's all.
As soon as I get off the plane, I'm straight there.
Exactly.
It should have been a sex appeal. They were
Shadow
all
Clone
kids.
Jitsu. 800 money pennies right there.
See, we already got the return flight booked. So I guess the nerd kaput will go to the millions of otaku.
The millions and millions.
Because I mean, if you an otaku out there and it makes sense to you, explain it to us, please. Because
Send us a message.
Yeah, send me
we,
shit. Yeah, send me
We just
shit.
want to know.
That's
We're
what you
we just
wanna
a little.
do?
We
we
just
try to
a
understand.
little curious. We just want to know what's the appeal.
My thing is, this is my philosophy on it. Somebody, this is how I see it, whether it's crazy, whether it's animals, whether it's whatever, I have seen that somebody out there thinks this shit is hot. I've had my share of psychos and everything like that. And you know what? I got out of that. So I'm like, fuck this shit. But you know what? Somebody else thought that shit was hot. Scooped them right up. Fucking, you know, somebody who's like, oh, crazy or whatever like that. Guess what? Somebody thinks that shit's hot.
Is there like a
got my hotness.
statistic
Shout out to
of
Care Bear.
how many people or that are into it, or if they're booked up, or some kind of indication of if business is going well? I mean, our business has to be going well. Apparently, they made a headline out of it. So, does it say?
That shit says, welcome back, Jushin, on that virtual site.
Damn. Got to log out.
You put 1,700 hours in.
Not on this one. This is the work laptop. All
So
that's
he
on
says.
the other laptop. One I leave at home plugged up.
The sticky one.
The sticky keys. The keys don't work.
DJ's sticky.
All right, so it's a gaming company for Japan.
Uh-huh.
They held their first virtual reality wedding between a real life person and a computer-generated anime character. And it says, if you want to get married without all the effort of having to trick someone into thinking you're actually a lovable person, you can sign up for a computer wife.
Damn.
Advertising and saying you ain't shit at the same time.
So it's
like, you ain't shit, but check this out.
But so the game is it's a video game called Nizuma Lovely Katen.
Oh, it's a video game.
Mm-hmm. That's the depressing reality as we live, as human species live in. That's what they say. That's it. They call it depressing. The game is the latest of installments from Hibiki Works, and it distributes it's distributing the virtual reality romance genre. Oh man. And it follows the protagonist. He finds love, eventually developing a relationship with a pre-programmed computer character.
So we have action, first-person shooter, racing, RPG games. Now we're gonna have romance games.
Virtual. Well, there's already romance games out there.
I didn't know that. You gotta tell me about them.
I never played any of them, but I've heard of them on Steam. The PC, you can the dating simulation games. You never heard of those?
What?
Dating simulation games? They're called dating simulation games. It's on Steam. You can date virtual people, horses, pigeons.
Whatever happened to just swipe right or left?
We've evolved since then.
Apparently.
Whether it's a good evolution or not remains to be seen. So, Nerd Kapoop on that one goes to...
Hold up. This thing just got weirder because at the end of it, it says, we're interested in seeing what comes next in this genre of gaming. Given Japan is a place where virtual weddings are celebrated in a game called My Horse Prince, a game about falling in love with a hunky horse, can flourish. It could be anything.
Told you.
Somebody's fucking a horse. That shit is funny to me. I'm sorry.
Why you let him continue? That's your boy right there.
I didn't know.
So who get the Nerd Kapoop on that one?
Fucker there.
Does it...
The guy who fucking married the damn thing. He said they've had one ceremony and he was the one. I would say that kid.
It makes it funny. This guy's like in a tux with gloves on it. That tux virtual, right?
See, and that's the virtual. That's the lip she had, so that way he could kiss the bride.
Is that a best man over there?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
wish y'all would ask me to come Juju, what the fuck are you doing?
Wicked. But like, Get married, Wicked.
Oh man, that's good to hear, man. It happens. About time, man. Tell me about the lady.
Hey, she's about 5 feet.
Okay, cool. You do a lot of tricks with that.
Purple hair.
Okay, you know, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Purple hair.
Big eyes.
Big eyes.
Foreigner!
You may have seen her on TV.
Really? She's a superstar or a porn star?
No, she was in Naruto.
She was she a voice actor?
No. She's in Naruto. She was protecting the village.
She was protecting them in the wait a minute. She was in Naruto. Is this a like you met her online playing the game?
No. What I need you to do, Wicked, I need you to come to Japan with me and be my best man.
First of all, your boy ain't begging like that just to come to fucking Japan for some shit. Second of all, I hope you're paying. Third of all, what the fuck you mean she's in Naruto?
We're gonna have a virtual wedding.
Wait, what?
Does that mean a fake wedding?
Yeah, Zay was asking, does that mean a fake? Did you say a virtual wedding?
It's gonna be a virtual wedding.
You can virtually put me there without me actually being there, right? Second of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean a virtual wedding?
This is watching. This is him kissing the lips.
How many people kissed them lips? Are they sanitary?
I guess just him. He was the only wedding.
Did they bleach him afterwards?
Oh shit! Wait, they opened up the doors afterwards, and everyone was clapping for him. Hold on, and he's walking out, bowing to people.
How many people are there?
There's nobody in that bitch. Wait, I think they're just all employees.
Oh, you're waiting right there and give some sweet chin music.
He's sitting there. Hey, look, with the wedding photos with the cardboard cutout.
Holy shit.
So you married a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Do we need to have like a nerd compoop of the year section?
You know what? I should have kept them.
This would with it, man. Oh man, this
nerd compoop of the year. That's a.
He would be a runner-up. I swear. This and that guy who tried to fake like he was a Air Force guy, Air Force Secret Service.
Oh, and try to get into the Salt Lake City, Utah convention.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, that guy was just dumb and sneaky.
Said he needed 2 passes. I need 2 passes.
And got caught.
Oh man.
I know, right? Getting awfully close.
Exactly.
So I got 3 other nerd kapooks before we jump out of this.
All right.
Florida man attacks another man who's 70 over video game insult. Wicked.
Sounds like
Love.
Wicked ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, that's
Wicked wishes somebody would come find him after he gives him an insult.
Overwatch Pro.
Come true right there.
Overwatch Pro hit with hefty ban after throwing games and streaming porn.
Wait, say that again?
Overwatch Pro hit with hefty ban after throwing games and streaming porn.
Wait, was he supposed to be streaming games?
I have to read to find out.
Is his name Jushin?
Because I would have been, because I most definitely been watching porn instead of playing Overwatch.
I forgot he left the camera on. Got comfortable. Got his laptop in. Steady streaming the whole time.
What are you talking about, sir? My feet would have been like this. I would have been elevated.
Pointed like Black Swan and shit. Working out his cam muscles.
And the last one, parents end up in court after dad tries to name child after Darth Vader.
So, I mean, it's your child. If you want to name the child Darth Vader, go ahead.
Apparently, his mother didn't want to approve, right?
Well, let's see what that one.
What's up, Cash? What's up, Tracy?
Let's start with that one, please.
Someone worked out cost of everyone's favorite heavy-breathing space tyrant's outfit, and it's a bit of an eye-opener. 12 million pounds of pop, even the Galactic Empire probably couldn't stretch it to too many replacements. Hold on. Price of Vader suit. Prosthetics. This one had nothing to do with what I was looking for.
Wrong article.
Yeah, apparently it linked to the wrong article. It has the right title.
You need me to look it up?
Yeah.
What's up, Denise?
Smiles, what's going on?
Parents end up in court after dad tries to name child after Darth Vader.
It's just silly, man. So what? Quite sure there's words out there. Didn't somebody, one of those Twilight people, name their child Boo Boo?
Yeah.
So you can
wasn't he Warpath in the X-Men movie?
Yep, so you can name your child after some feces, but you can't name your child Darth Vader. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
But if I had a choice, guess what? It won't be Boo Boo.
Hey there, Boo Boo. How about a picnic basket?
You got it? I got it too. It's hard to pick a baby name which isn't too trendy, too weird. So how about naming your child after a heavy-breathing space villain with serious family problems? One dad in Australia tried, but his attempt to have Vader as a middle name for his young son has ended up...
It's a middle name? Holy
That's
shit.
You know, here I'm thinking the whole thing's Darth Vader. So you name your kid Vader. That's actually kind of damn cool.
I know, right?
From the documents in family court in Sydney, he tried to give the child the middle name of Vader. He eventually signed documents allowing a different middle name, but is now pushing for the child to have a hyphenated surname. Mother has argued that the name would be too exotic in her native Germany, where she is now moving with the child.
They should have a talk about this. It's not like, you know, they woke up one morning, oh, they're going to go get some coffee, and I look down and damn it, I'm pregnant. Give me that baby today.
Vader!
Quite sure you've had months to go ahead and
Playing this out.
know that
Right.
your child. I'm quite sure you know you didn't try to sneak Vader in there.
Well, maybe she thought he wasn't serious.
Who knows?
Who does what? Oh, she's asking who does that. Crazy people.
Yeah.
So, who gets the Nurku Poo Poo now?
I'm going to still give it the virtual guy.
Yeah. Hands down.
Honestly, I think the Vader thing's kind of cool. It's obvious these two, the mom and the dad, weren't.
See,
I don't know. That sounds like just silliness on their part.
Sounds like
I
they
think
separating.
Vader-
She said she was concerned that the child would be embarrassed by a last name which differs so much from that of herself and her family and from others in the area.
Well, she just allowed him to have the middle name. She
And
wouldn't have to worry about that.
she thought it may confuse his identity.
Well, it's not like you named the kid Vader and put him on the beach like a sea turtle.
I know. And his whole name wasn't just Darth Vader, okay? It was just Vader as a middle name.
You can grow up and, you know, teach the kid and, you know, all this and that. Like I said, he's not a sea turtle. You're not just going to let him, like, scurry to the ocean and go live on his own.
There you go, Vader. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Vader, get your ass over here and clean up. Raheem Vader Jones. If you don't get
That's
your
a
ass
bad boy right there, boy.
wash these damn dishes.
Whoop his ass every day.
He be a mean soul in school, boy.
Hey.
He be like, hey, don't fuck with Vader.
You
Keep
better
him
be a
out.
badass.
Like,
You better be
Exactly.
a badass.
That's what I'm talking about.
When your middle name is Vader, you need to be a badass no matter what. In every level. I ain't talking about like a bully or just being, of course, you have to beat some ass. But, you know, just good grades. Vader was on point. So you got to be a badass all around. You can't
all
be
across the board.
You can't be no snail chocha.
All right.
With a middle name like that.
What was the first one?
The first one was Florida Man. Oh, shit, Florida.
Yeah, let's do that one. 'Cause I want to save the Overwatch streaming porn for last.
A big smile.
I know, right? Y'all gonna be surprised. That's your boy in there.
Jack Nicholson's Joker. Big smile on his face.
You should ask.
Yeah, you know he's gonna take down that name so he can get on Twitch and watch this guy stream. that's the agenda. That's the sub agenda under it.
I'm gonna find that shit too.
I know you will.
How was he playing video? Okay, a homeless South Florida man allegedly attacked a 70-year-old man over a video game console, police said. Juan Ade, 26, of Miami, went to the man's house because Ade thought the man sold the console to settle a debt. Ade then punched the man, who tried to defend himself with a broom. 70-year-old man was taken to the hospital for stitches after Ade pushed him into a sliding glass door. Police said Ade confessed to the attack and claimed he slapped the man because the man insulted his mother.
Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Ade
Now
was
let me
charged with
stop.
aggravated battery.
I thought a
on a person
motherfucker took my
65
concert too. Not today, a day. Sorry. But, not today, an Indian day. But that's, you know, if that's what it is, definitely over, you know, some insults.
But here's my thing. He has to be related to him somehow.
Yeah,
How would he get his console?
Just
to sell it like that, to settle a debt. How would he?
Yeah.
Or did he take it from somebody? So somebody that
Like
was related to a
he
date.
knew him somehow.
Yeah, he knew him somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me, you're not just gonna run up on anybody, 65 or 70 or whatever. You seen what happened on that bus?
Mm-hmm. You run up on that bus driver if you want to.
See what happened on that bus? I mean, you're not just gonna run up on anybody.
He definitely set the record straight.
Yeah, you're not just gonna run up on anybody just to get your console back. You know who they are. How did he find out who it was? How did he know it was like somebody? Did he say he sold it or somebody sold it to him to settle a debt? He said, he thought the man sold the console to settle a debt. So he thought this guy sold his console to settle a debt. So he went in and beat him up. You knew him. You knew him.
It sounds like some crackhead shit.
Crackhead Chronicles.
It sounds like some
Crackhead Chronicles.
Some crack is involved in this matter, and
he did that shit. I don't even know why you surprised.
I saw him doing the tug of war out the corner of my eye. So. All right, dance away.
So who get the nerve kapoop on that one?
The crackhead.
For beating up the man that he thought sold his console?
Yeah.
Or what he claims he insulted his mother.
He should have checked his sources first.
Either way, you know, I know I'm with my... But I keep my fucking temper in check for the most part. It's like, let me stop. Motherfucker took my... You know, I might come over there to regulate myself.
70-year-old guy.
I might have to come over there and regulate myself.
Stan Lee sold your console.
I might have to come over there and regulate.
So, you know, you're never too young or too old to learn the lesson. And today's lesson is don't touch wicked shit.
Sorry, Stan Lee.
So Juan O'Day was in the right. He was in the right for whooping that ass because
Yes.
he thought he sold that console.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, he should have checked his sources first to make sure it wasn't sold.
Or if he was the right person to sell it.
Yeah.
Somebody
learned a lesson.
That man might have opened up the door and Juan O'Day might have been in berserker rage mode. Just couldn't see straight. Berserker.
Yeah. All right.
I can't believe y'all gave it to Juan O'Day.
Juan a day. His name is Juan a day. Like, one a day. Spanish word pill. Come on, man. Let's move on.
Alright, Overwatch Pro hit with hefty ban and after throwing games and streaming porn. When you tune in to watch Overwatch Pro on Twitch, you're probably hoping to see some high level gameplay. I don't tune in to watch Overwatch Pro. I tune in to people I know. Hidden tips to get better at the game. If you caught Daniel Francesca stream, you probably got an entirely different experience. The DPS player for Selfless had been ramping up bad behavior on Twitch. June 8th, Blizzard swung down the ban hammer in response. It says, due to his violation, as of June 8th, Blizzard will suspend DeFran's access to his current Overwatch accounts, plural, for 1 week. For 1 week.
You're not missing anything, buddy.
And from competitive play for the remainder of Season 5. Further, DeFran is disqualified from Overwatch Contenders Season 0, will not be eligible for Overwatch Contenders Season 1, and is disqualified from all future Blizzard-sanctioned tournament play for the duration of this competitive season.
They should have banned him all together, not just for the season.
His team is still eligible to compete.
Well, this is a professional motherfucker?
This is a professional.
Dumbass. As in he gets paid for this shit?
Oh, and apparently he was throwing the games. He was throwing a few matches. He was losing on purpose.
Nah, if I'm getting paid for this shit, motherfuckers need to be on point and have their shit together.
Now,
while he was streaming cat girl dating and fucking some nickel powder.
To put this punishment in context, League of Legends pro Christian I Will Dominate, Rivera was banned from League of Legends competitive play in 2012 after 9 previous punishments by the tribunal and a consistent increase in toxic behavior.
A cat girl cafe maid thing.
Rivera was able to successfully return to LCS after his ban. So Rivera was able to go back. Francesca's ban will not last nearly as long. He'll be able to return to pro play in the fall. So that's not much of a punishment whatsoever.
Hold up. He said, I'm starting to realize my actions may be affecting my organization, teammates, and their careers. However, I honestly do not give a shit what happens to me and my fucking career. You can all go fuck yourselves.
This must be fucking Jushin. Like a Jushin Padawan right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he learned from the best.
Yes, sir.
It said after the announcement of his ban went live, 11 hours later, he followed up with a simple, I reap what I sow when I do this.
Yes.
Dumbass. Period.
Like you said, this is your career. This is what you making money on.
Yeah.
And we've seen this time and time again, how these people who are these competitive play, they get paid these thousands of dollars for playing these games, and then they lose sponsorships and money over like sexual harassment or
dumb shit.
over stupid stuff.
There are plenty of people in the world who do what you do.
Exactly.
I mean, I love to just play video games and get paid for it.
Exactly. Plenty of people who want the opportunity. I just think these kids don't have a real job, don't have a work ethic. I think that may be part of the problem. They don't consider this as work. They consider this as fun. And, you know, I'm getting paid to play video games.
Yeah.
So if I lose it, I guess I just have to go get a real job.
I believe both of y'all hit it on the nail right there. Like you said, you know, some people just aren't taking it serious. Yeah. You know, it's like, and you know, and like also like you said, this is how we make money, especially if we're on a team and I am losing things and stuff because you
throwing games.
So, exactly, because you fucking angry or I don't know, fucking nympho land in your fucking head or something like that. It's you're a grand prize winner of an asshole. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'll knock on your fucking door whether you're wearing a watch or not. You gonna know what time it is.
Don't be surprised.
Watch or not, you gonna know what time it is.
Oh, I know what time it is. Who's it?
Yeah.
What's up, Cash? Cash Money joined us in Twitch. He was saying, what's up?
What's up, Cash? Back in the Flash.
But that was my last nerd compoop. Any nerdgasms?
Spider-Man Homecoming just released.
Just came out tonight.
Just came out. It made 15
you know what?
last night.
It made 15 million?
Last night it made 15.4 million on Thursday previews.
I was reading how they have a 5-movie plan.
Oh.
They're planning on 5 movies. And they're saying each movie is supposed to star a different hero. Like this Iron Man is in this one. Hulk is supposed to be in one, and so on and so forth.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach. I mean, it kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit about Spider-Man, I think.
Oh, yeah, because it's not just him by himself anymore.
Exactly. Kind of like Spider-Man team-up from back in the day. Or what was it? Marvel 2-in-1 Adventures or something like that? Yeah. So I think it does. I think that works with Spider-Man because in our lifetime, we've already seen 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th Spider-Man film, the 3rd reboot. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah. No, the 5th.
The
5th.
Toby did 3.
No, yeah, you're
Garfield
right. No,
did 2.
6. Yeah, this is the 6th.
This is the 6th film. 1, 2, 3rd reboot. Yeah. Okay. So, and that's in our lifetime. And I'm not talking about like since we were kids. I'm talking about in our adult lifetime.
But can you really call it a reboot?
Yes, I can.
I can't call it a reboot. I can't really call it a reboot.
He's back in high school.
It's just an inclusion to me because he's already got his power. So we're not watching him start, getting his powers all over again. We're just basically oh hey, by the way guys, because we're going from Avengers to by the way here's Spider-Man, and they're gonna kind of just segue. So I can't really even call it a reboot. It's a segue.
I see that. So you're looking at it as like an untold story.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing it as a
Spider-Man
segue. You know, hey, it's an introduction. It's to a new guy, not to something that we keep seeing over and over. You know. So
Now
I'm trying to, because you know,
That's a good point.
here's where the reboot comes in, and we probably won't know until we go see the movie. But does Uncle Ben die in this one?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, if Uncle Ben doesn't die in this one, I'll go ahead and then say that it's not a reboot. But if he does, it's a retell.
And here's why I say he doesn't die in this one, because this apparently is supposed to pick up after Civil War. In Civil War, he was already had the powers and the abilities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he had said it'd been for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So this is after the fact. So that's why I think this is not a reboot. This is just Spider-Man going already Spider-Man. You know, he gets the tricks and trade from Tony, and then he just moves on. Tony gave him the suit.
I'm still seeing it as a reboot. I can't say that it's not. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, because
it's quite essentially different from the other two.
Oh yeah, he's still in high school.
He's back in high school.
Right, back in high school.
New tech, which was never introduced before. There's this almost pedophilia relationship that he has with Tony Stark. I'm not sure where that's going to go.
It's more like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker.
If you were about to say Yoda and Luke Skywalker,
Stop! I'm not going there. Not going there.
Hit the button. Stop. You go out of this. Like, Yoda wasn't a pervert.
You trained Luke to master the Force.
Yoda was a pervert.
Yes, he was.
See that?
I saw it. Shut up.
know.
Stop. Move on, damn it. He was a hero.
Say so. You real bust a nut. In that little place by himself, fucking. Master, you know, oh shit! Don't you must. Oh shit!
Closer, boys. Oh, I hate Lizzie.
What's up, Lizzie?
Oh, that's how I was. Goodness.
Juicing ass.
Wait, man, hey, that was him. He started that. Can't blame that on me.
Alright, before we delve deep into this
I can think Yoda get back. Yes, I was.
Think you ever did it with no hands?
I did almost bust.
You used the force on that?
Okay, exactly. Got all sorts of lubricants flashing through the air and something. He probably talking all nasty and regular. So like, oh shit.
Did somebody walk in?
What is dirty robot? We can swap, you must.
Don't try that.
I will be.
Yeah, don't try that, bitch. I just heard you.
Oh shit.
We jumped over some comic news. Do y'all know that they're going back to the original number of some of these comics that they're again?
See, here's the thing, and renumbering has been a stupid idea, because all they were trying to do is just cash in the whole
number one
premiere of the whole, the excitement of a number one issue.
Yeah.
But the problem is they kept doing it so much, you're taking away the whole value of a number one comic.
It's part of the reason why Marvel sales drop.
Yeah, and that and all these, like, it's the same argument from a variance. You flood the market with them, you make them pointless. Not only that, but you keep throwing so many out there that you can't even keep a good story running. I'm like, just keep going with what they had originally. Stop trying to overdo, redo everything.
Also, part of the reason why Marvel sales have dropped.
Exactly.
Not diversity, not because of women characters.
But
It's
because you got
their
dumbass
sales
ideas.
practices. Yeah.
You really do need somebody sitting at the table saying, you know what, that is stupid as shit. Y'all need to fucking come up with something else.
And like I said, some of these variants are fucking out.
Yeah.
Like 1 out of 25 or 1 out of 100.
Yeah.
Thus is why they're so expensive. That's crazy.
Because they just started the Luke Cage series. Number 2 just came out. Number 2 just came out, and now they're gonna renumber it back to number 166.
Which makes no fucking sense.
Oh, did anybody have any nerdgasms?
No.
Just the Spider-Man.
He said Spider-Man was his
right.
nerdgasm.
Did you have anything?
I did. Venomverse.
Oh.
And honestly, I was a big fan. You know me, I'm so about Spider-Man and stuff, but I did collect all the Spider-Verse. I like the concept, Spider-Punk, all of it. It's real cool.
Yeah.
And now they started the Venomverse, and the twist with the Venomverse, it's not like it's a bunch of different Peter Parkers. It's alternate realities where different people are Venom.
Uh-huh.
Like it starts off at number 1 in a universe where everybody is Venom.
Right.
And then, you know, it's like a teleporter takes her and brings her to the team, and it's like, we need your soldier, and Captain America is Venom. Then they show some varied colors. Wolverine, Black Panther's Venom, Doctor Strange is Venom. There's just all these different people are Venom in their universe. And, you know, I'm looking forward. I'm a Venom fan anyway, so I am very, very much looking forward to Venomverse. So number 1 was great. I love the idea, and I'm ready to see what's going on. That is my nerdgasm.
Now, I didn't have any. Strangely enough, this week I didn't have any nerdgasm.
Oh,
but 2 series that I am looking forward to: Spider-Man number 2 that's coming out next week.
Is that about what's his name?
Number 1 comes out next week.
That's about
Spider-Man 2 number 1 comes out next week. Miles Morales.
Yeah.
It's when the first one started when Miles Morales ended up meeting Peter Parker.
Right.
The adult Peter Parker from the regular universe.
So now they're trying to find out who the regular...
Yeah. Who the Miles Morales
of
the regular Marvel universe is. Because they found out that damn Mysterios were crossing over between worlds and trading technology and shit like that. So they had to stop them. But now that it's all melded together, all of the universes, it's supposed to answer who's the Miles Morales of the regular universe. That comes out next week. And oh shit, I just had it. But Juicy, you say you had one?
Netflix new series Castlevania came out today.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna check that out this tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, everyone was hyped about that. The Netflix series on Castlevania.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looked.
My cable's been on.
Looked decent.
Get it back.
Well, don't feel bad. My Xbox Live account.
Oh, that's probably been going.
I
don't even remember.
Xbox Live. What was that?
I seen one online. You pay $52, you get extra 3 months free. So I might get that one.
Checking out them deals. Yeah. So. Can you remember your second one?
I can't remember my second one.
We can come back.
I've just been catching up on my anime. My Hero Academia. It's gotten real good. Boruto.
Yeah.
I'm watching Boruto. This last episode was fire. Yeah, buddy.
It was real good.
So, other than that, no. Nothing as far as nerdgasm goes. Oh, my bad. I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but I remember what it is. The
starting to feel like do work.
The new Batman series that's coming out. Batman The Forge or Metal.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't interested in that until I read the prequel. It's called Batman Forge.
I missed that.
I didn't buy it.
But I
saw it
somewhere.
I want to pick up.
But it's like I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I went into a previews magazine and read a little bit more on it.
Yeah, me too.
And it's like, wow, okay, that sounds. I might have to go ahead and get that.
Of what it was about, it was like different Batman from the Dark Universe.
Yep.
And all of them became different members of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Their Batman is a Flash. One of the Batman is a Wonder Woman.
The Red Death, I think he was called.
It's nice.
And this was my theory after reading The Forge. It's the new kid. What's his name?
Spoiler.
Yeah, if you haven't read Batman The Forge, this is a little bit of a spoiler. The new kid that came out of We Are Robin.
Oh, what's his name?
That he was training to be.
Yeah, the smart one.
Yeah, he came out of We Are Robin. Duke. He was in the Batcave, and Green Lantern showed up, and he was telling Green Lantern to get out of here. You know, you're not supposed to be here. Batman told me to keep everybody out of the Batcave. He was telling that to Green Lantern. And they found a secret part of the Batcave. And Green Lantern's like, why does Batman keep secrets? Let's find out.
So
He was like, look.
Batman leaves.
Yeah, that's what Duke was saying. He was like, look, if Batman kept this a secret, that means he don't want us to be here. Somebody starts talking to him. Green Lantern's like, let's follow the voice.
Being fucking Green Lantern.
So they end up following the voice, and they find the Joker. He's had the Joker locked up. My theory is
one of three
tomorrow.
My theory is that this Joker is Bruce Wayne from one of the Dark Universes.
We got to pick this stuff up at one of those shops we're gonna hit tomorrow.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think it's Bruce Wayne from one of the Dark
Don't
Universes.
let me forget, Care Bear.
So, because the way that he had him locked up, and from the whole thing where he sat on the chair and he asked what's the true identity of the
Right.
Joker, and this is three of them.
Nice.
Joker.
I remember picking it up. I was like, $5, whatever. I might have to get that.
The Joker is Bruce Wayne from a Dark Universe. That would be some mind trippy shit right there.
Let's go.
Interesting. Well, I picked up Aquaman. I started picking up Aquaman. I picked up 24 and 25 because I read the preview for 25, and it was basically about Aquaman who had been overthrown, or basically the ruling council didn't like the way he was ruling, so they basically named somebody else the king of Atlantis, and he basically used forbidden technology, magic technology, to seal Atlantis up before Aquaman could get loose. Somebody stabbed him from behind, and they thought he was dead.
He got shanked?
Yeah, he got shanked by a guard.
Damn.
So now he's living in the bottom of the lowest level of Atlantis, just minding his own business until he sees the people being treated fairly. So
He homeless?
Yeah.
Damn, homeless Aquaman got shanked.
It's really good. I read it. Yeah. And the reason why I picked it up, because I should have picked it up the first time when I saw that Dan Abnett was writing it, and he basically he wrote Guardians of the Galaxy, which made it popular back then. He did I think also the Annihilation Conquest or something like that, because he made a whole bunch of that shit very popular, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's why I think the trend was that they made the movie.
Right.
So.
Alright, last thing I got for comics was that, did you guys hear that Mile High Comics is not going to San Diego Comic Con after 44 years?
Really?
So
what's wrong with that? What, I mean, I don't go to San Diego, so it doesn't really affect me, but what's the big deal about it?
Well, apparently they've said that
Not worth it.
it's changed. It's become a social media. It's not about comics like it was back in 1972
It's all about
when
who's
this
there.
originally started, and it went from a gathering, an annual gathering of the comics world, and it's changed to a world-renowned pop culture and media festival.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Get
So-
over it, bitch.
And they said that, along with the rising cost of the tables, is not really worth it for them to go. Because it said back in 1973 they paid $40 for a table.
Well, times change, bitch.
Now it costs them $16,500
Good God. Just for a table?
for a table.
So unprofessional.
In 2017,
This is cheesy, my bad.
in 2017 it would have cost them $18,000 to go.
18. That's a couple fucking cars.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
well,
worth
shit
it.
is, well,
But
you
they
know,
said
even one thing,
unless
they're
there's
huge.
sales.
They take up a lot of damn space.
So they said they experienced rising costs with the same type of foot traffic. So it wasn't really worth it for them to go. They were still making the same amount of sales, but still were paying higher prices to get the
It's
same.
not
game.
worth it then.
So it's not worth it. And they say the kicker was when San Diego was providing people to
Help out.
like unload their stuff, they lost some of their boxes.
Wow.
Whoa.
And they said
San
for as
Diego
long
didn't
as
do anything about it.
for as long as they've been going, the guy who's running San Diego Comic Con didn't come say we're sorry, we're gonna get behind it or whatever. And he said for as long as we've been giving them their business, he's like, when you're in a relationship out of love and passion, but the other party could care less whether you live or die, so it's time to reevaluate and look at things.
Yeah.
So he said that they're not going to go this year.
Told
So, and I mean that's another thing too. It's gotten ginormous.
Yeah.
The few times that we've gone,
you guys first went. It was still you were still able to buy tickets like a normal, and it was a good event. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had gone, and you guys told me about the experience you guys had. It sounded like a great thing.
It was fun, yeah.
And then all of a sudden now no one can get in. You know, no one new can get in.
But see, here's the thing. Yeah, because here's the thing. From my understanding, New York Comic Con has more people, and they don't do this ritual of
You've been before, you get first.
if you've been before, you get first pick. You gotta sign up to get a pass to get into a waiting room to maybe get your number called to buy tickets.
To maybe, which is a fucking big ass.
When I tell you the time that we went to San Diego Comic Con, what was the last time? Was that 2010, 2004?
When I went with you, it was 2010.
The way that we got in,
right before Thor,
we had to get. You had to get a pass to get into the waiting room, and we had 6.
When you took the kid.
Yeah, took the Jasmine and them. We had 6 different passes signed in to 6 different devices. I'm talking about computer, laptop, iPad, phone, tablets, 6 different devices. Out of those 6 different devices, 1 got called to buy tickets. You were allowed to buy tickets. One of those devices were allowed to buy tickets. The most, the maximum amount of tickets you could purchase was 3, and that was it.
That shit ain't fucking worth it. I mean, you know, it's won't worth it. I heard it, worth it. But it's like, even like tickets, you know, for our thing, MegaCon.
Yeah.
We love the fact that they, you know, they've organized it more, and it's easy to get tickets for a very long time. And I understand San Diego, that's like the Mecca. That's the top of the mountain and everything like that. But the headache that you have to go through just to get some fucking tickets, and that's just a maybe.
That's a maybe.
That's a maybe. You might get some tickets, you might not.
IT says the session keeps cutting in and out on Facebook, but I haven't lost it.
It is getting. I may have too much stuff up.
All right, well done.
Taxing the bandwidth a little bit.
Let me help it out.
But just to maybe get tickets and it's a lot to go through. A lot of hoops to jump through. Just to go for the 5 days. And the 5 days that you go, there's no way whatsoever you're gonna be able to see everything that you want to see. You miss something. But them's the breaks.
Yeah, they changed their the way they changed the system too. I don't even care if I go or not.
Yeah.
Not until the system changes.
Like I said, New York.
I'll go. You know what? Because it'll be like right now the way it's going. I'll go to E3 before I go to San Diego.
New York. We haven't hit any of the E3s, the PAX, the Penny Arcades. We haven't hit any of those. I think it's time.
I'm thinking definitely. I would love to go to the New York one, and I think we all got a little bit of family there.
Yeah.
So you don't.
I do. Yeah.
No family. All my family's in the South. They slaved in the
Anything. Find some way to put some shit in it.
Why are you surprised?
I'm just
That's
saying.
your boy, Tomax and Xavier.
I know.
We had a good like 15 minutes where I was almost normal.
He probably itching his ass, and he had to fucking.
This is up, boy.
Slaves picking cotton.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, some of those other ones are just sounding better and better. I mean, New York Comic Con. I think about the Long Beach Comic Con.
Yeah.
All Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con.
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff.
What's Heroes Con?
Yep, Heroes Con. Educated Chainsaw said he was interested in going to that too, so hell, that might be. And especially when you look at some things at a certain point, even whether it's CGC or just some of your favorite artists in general and everything, there's just certain people we just never get down to MegaCon.
Yeah.
I mean, we were lucky to get Aspen Comics and
Well,
stuff.
how long ago was that?
Exactly, some years ago and stuff, and that's just that one time. But you know, there's a lot of like, you know, some of my favorite artists. Like, you know, I'm blessed that I've met, you know, Jason Pearson a couple times. But you know, I would love for Kenneth Rockford to come, Simon Bisley to come. You know, Oliver Capil did come to MegaCon one time, but you know, that was one time a long time ago. You know, and it's like we don't get a lot of, you know, some of the big time makers at MegaCon ever. So you know, and I know like Terry Dodson, I know they do show up to New York Con, not New York, Heroes Con.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it the last year even Dragon Con? There's a couple of comic artists sprinkled in there every now and again. But what was the big thing for MegaCon this year? Todd McFarlane, they showed up and was walking around.
Nobody knew that.
Nobody knew.
Saw him.
I probably passed by him a few times.
Didn't even know.
Yeah. But you know what?
But to me, because I was never.
So what? It's not like I can get an autograph.
Exactly, because I never
get
was
him the
really that
CGC
big into Spawn anyway. So.
Oh, well, I mean, I've always loved his artwork.
Yeah.
Even from Spider-Man, the stints he did on the
He had
Hulk.
great art.
Mm-hmm.
You know, always loved his stuff and everything. But yeah, if he's rolling around as a guest, what's that gonna do me? I mean, it'd be great if you took a picture with me. That'd be great. But hell, I can't get nothing CGC by him or anything like
You
that.
didn't know he was gonna be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bring no Spawn shit. I mean, I gotta buy some Spawn shit. And then he might have got to track down the CGC people.
Because my favorite McFarlane art right now, he was doing Spider-Man with that Wendigo tail with him and Wolverine.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
I don't think I read those.
One of my favorite covers that he did was when Spider-Man had the cosmic powers and he punched the Hulk on that cover. Punched the Hulk in outer space. He had to jump up there and get him.
Oh shit, my bad.
That's pretty much what he did.
Brought him back down. Didn't he draw the Revenge of the Sinister Six? Or was that?
He's done a lot of stuff.
The Savage Dragon artist?
Now you got me thinking about Venomverse.
Eric Larson?
The Hulk is
Yeah.
gonna be in Venomverse.
It was either him or Eric Larson. I think it was Tom McFarlane.
I don't know. Video game wise, did y'all cash in y'all E3 codes?
No.
Did y'all get the email?
Yeah.
Oh, the one you sent us? Yeah. Wait, what are you
I
talking about?
did.
You got the
I
email?
didn't catch it in the
Okay.
It's mine. Internet's been on.
When I gave everybody the E3 codes, when I went to the E3 and got the codes, did you put in the code?
No, I did not.
Yo ass, I could have gave that to somebody else.
You still can.
No, it was expired on the 20th of June,
Oh.
bitch.
He sound like a sassy ass fucking
My
badass.
bad.
Give it to somebody else. Sure ass in and wash these dishes.
However, it was
You should have said it had an
$15
expiration date.
PlayStation credit.
You should have said, "Oh, damn."
Yeah, damn right.
Oh, man. What was that? My bad. I didn't know it had an expiration date.
There's an expiration date.
Because
Yeah, it was when I was telling you to enter the code in because it like on the 20th.
I got it. Gotcha.
This one, the email expires on the 15th of July.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I download this one.
Yeah, no, it's too late. You only got this email if you put in the code.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So I had to get the first email and then
No, you had to enter the code
to get the email.
to get the email.
So I'm not gonna get another email. 'Cause I
You
didn't.
damn right you ain't get another email.
You ain't gonna get shit, juicing.
Well, damn, man. I guess I missed out.
Crossing you should ass off the list. You ain't getting shit no more.
Give me that Assassin's Creed back.
He's all sneaky.
But other than that, I didn't see anything for this month, July.
There's
Video
nothing-
game wise,
There's nothing until October.
September I thought.
Or September.
Well, you guys don't play Destiny, but Destiny 2 I think
Yeah,
is
I'm not
hitting
playing Destiny.
in September. So I'll be on Xbox with that.
Everything I want is maybe Call of Duty. Well, I'll get porn any day, sir. So it's not really. Assassin's Creed, Battlefront 2, the Spider-Man, South Park, Fractured, the new South Park game. There's a whole bunch of shit.
I don't know if I can go back to Call of Duty.
Well, this one is the World War II, because that's what made them so popular the first time.
I used to have some though.
So and the Shogun, yeah, because she played that too. So she loved those World War II games.
Oh, what was the game? It wasn't Call of Duty. It was the other war
Medal
series.
of Honor.
Medal of Honor. That was the first person shooter that I played.
Yeah.
And that was on the Xbox.
Yeah, it was on Xbox and the PS2.
Or was it a 360 that it came out for?
I remember
360, I think.
Call of Duty until your mind and everything got used to. I remember playing that only. I can only play it a little bit. Then after a while, your head started hurting and everything. Your body just got used to it after a while and stuff. It's like playing it like.
Like he's gonna throw up. I've never had that feeling.
But other than that, I was looking at the July list for what's released this month. We had a long wait to anything video game wise.
That's why I'm still playing. I gotta beat out. I just beat Wildlands. So now I gotta beat the Fallen Ghost DLC. And then I gotta go back to Dawn. I still haven't beaten Horizon.
I need to stop fucking around and get back on the Division.
That ain't gonna happen, sir.
I know. Why not going to do something?
I just beat Titanfall 2 the other day.
Oh,
I finally finished that up.
damn, that's one I haven't done either because my Xbox is in the back. Well, Jeezy's got he's got a new kick that Neverwinter.
Neverwinter, yeah, you were telling me about that for a little
I
bit.
downloaded that. It's free. But
Yeah, it's free,
it's
and
a nice, good RPG.
yeah, it's based off of the Neverwinter series or characters from
Is it
Forgotten Realms.
RPG.
Is it RPG or massive multiplayer online?
It's a RPG.
It's
A whole bunch of
multiplayer
people
online?
play. Chris,
Yeah,
he plays it. He got Jeezy into it, and then
on PlayStation.
yeah.
I thought Church was on the Xbox.
No man, he's on play. I just friended him the other day.
Oh, he do keep a low key.
Yeah. So he's playing Neverwinter, and he's all into that. So Jeezy's on it now, and
I saw y'all playing it. I was looking it up. I was like, should I get this?
Jeezy told me to get to level 15 so they can start a guild. He said you don't have to play after you get level 15. We just need you to so we can start a guild. He said, 3
I need
people.
to get Jeezy's pass thing on
Yeah.
this screen name.
Dirty Seek Jeezy.
Dirty Seek Jeezy.
Yeah.
Okay. All one word? Or?
Yep.
Yep. All one word. Yep.
Okay.
Because I see him when he logs in and on. Because I'll be playing Star Trek Online. So
Honestly, bro, I can't remember last time I played WoW, man. I'm so busy. Training so much. Then when I do get home, I'm training motherfuckers.
yeah.
Training after this and then training in the morning.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing for July. No video game releases. Interesting whatsoever.
Well,
So
Shin Godzilla is supposed to come out on DVD, so I'm not sure if I want to buy it or not. But I'm gonna because it's a Godzilla movie.
I'm about to say, really got to go fan.
I'm gonna buy it because I'm a Godzilla fan.
a real Katana fan.
I got a lot of katanas, son. You talking about little cute shits?
The little cute.
No, the
figs.
Yeah, the figures that I
Nah,
said on
that's
there.
not gonna end up in Wicked's
That's
closet.
a real Katana fan would have them. I'm just saying.
I guess I just like her then.
Guess he's not a true
She does
fan.
have a new statue. There's two statues of hers that I really want to get. She has a new one that's coming out, I think in like September or December. I think it's by Kodabaya, but that one's nice. I already have the bombshell, one of hers. Then I want to get the other one where she has like the dark skin and holding the sword. It's an older one.
Yeah.
I want to get that one.
I'll look out for that one. Because mine began and stopped with those two fucks over there.
So
The katanas.
Begin and stop.
And this little bombshell in the middle. So that's my girl. And she just recently started to get some play.
Yeah.
So, but Spider-Man Homecoming. This is the question that I want answered. You think he's going to push Wonder Woman out of the top one spot?
yeah,
You think so?
of the year or for right
no,
now?
for right now.
Yeah, because
Wicked.
it's new. Wonder Woman's been out for a month. It's
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm gonna go see it, the new Spider-Man, but I mean,
yeah, you get that whole
damn,
reboot.
It's a
miasma around yourself. So yeah, a lot of people.
wait a minute, wait.
I said miasma, yeah.
You know, you said the whole reboot marasma. What is
reboot miasma? It's like a funk hanging around you because it's because you see it as a reboot.
Why you just say the funk hanging around you? Reboot my ass.
Say miasma, so shut up.
Word just made up?
Reboot
No,
my
it's
ass.
not a made up word.
That was a reboot my ass, is what you said.
No, sir, but nice play on words.
I don't know. I think I'm just going to see it because I missed a lot of movies in the last few
We
years.
have missed a lot, but you got to step aside
I
when
need
you
to
watch
step up
this.
because my last movie was horrible.
Which, Sword Art Online?
But yeah.
Y'all gonna keep disrespecting Sword Art Online. Telling y'all.
I went and saw Transformers. I saw it twice. I saw it digitally and 3D in 3D. And I hate 3D movies,
They still
but I
make
gotta
3D
say
movies?
it was actually decent as a 3D movie. It really was.
I'll pass on 3D.
No,
I might miss this Transformers now.
This one was actually better than the last one.
Well, that's not saying much because I think the last one I really enjoyed was the third one.
Yeah.
Was that Dark of the Moon?
Yeah.
That's the last
Well,
one.
see, I agree. They should have ended with the trilogy, but this one, the fourth, and like I had a problem with the fourth one because of the transformation that they had given to the Decepticons. Did you see it?
I had a problem with Optimus Prime riding Grimlock.
I was okay with that.
No, not me.
But
Look, in the hell did Optimus ride Grimlock?
you know what? We could pick this shit all apart, all of it. Okay, when they're being chased by the police, why don't they just transform and copy some other car and just lie low?
That's
They
true,
don't
too.
fucking do it, but they could. When Cybertron was falling to Earth, they are all running away from the parts that were falling around. Why didn't they just transform and drive the fuck away from the shit instead of just
Instead
running?
of running,
But hey, you know what?
they cover more ground while they're running.
I'm not gonna buy that bullshit. Send it to somebody else.
But Optimus Prime said he didn't give the command to transform and roll out.
Oh, well, so yeah, there's things you could pick apart in the movie, but I
So
watched
what
it.
about this one, the last one that, I don't know. Shia LaBeouf is dead.
He's not dead. He's just not in.
I thought he was dead.
No, he's just not in this part of the series.
I thought they said that the girl is the last living relative of Merlin. That's why she could hold the sword.
They didn't really say he was dead.
If the girl is the last living relative of Merlin,
Yes.
the last living relative of Merlin,
But he is just a clan of the Witwickies. It's not that he's Merlin's descendant.
the THE last, nobody else.
They didn't say Merlin's name was Wiccan. They just said they were the Wiccans who covered. They were the who covered up the history of the Transformers. They never said that he was. Wiccans were descendants of.
But the only one who could use the staff was the Wiccans.
You know
The
what?
order
They
of the
actually, that's
Witwickens.
pretty good because they didn't actually say that because he disappeared after the third movie. No one knows. He just married a girl and just, you know.
He dead.
It's all right, if you say so. They didn't say anything.
His ass dead.
That's funny as shit. After he had that happily ever after. Come on, I'm missing out. He was funny as shit.
He was.
To watch him scream and run from all the Decepticons, this shit was hard. I gotta admit.
His punk ass did the same. Why ain't you go through some military training? Like,
The military guys,
yeah.
because that was never his role. His role was to be the liaison, the intermediary.
Did you just?
No, my phone between the chair. I'm making fudge brownies over here, sir.
Had to be sure. You know, it is you.
Whenever you know me to shit on myself.
Well, it was at
On
one
purpose.
time. On purpose, had to clarify.
So you didn't shit on yourself before, though?
No, I'm not talking about this, sir.
I think that is a fucking yes.
Game of Thrones to come back.
Jeremy Renner just broke his arms on
His arms?
both his arms. Yeah.
On what?
Set of the Infinity Wars. They said during a stunt.
Both of his arms?
Both of his arms. He got a picture of right here.
Damn, that means somebody had to
Both arms.
doing what? What stunt? It doesn't clarify?
Just said it was a stunt.
Damn.
He
The
apparently.
other one looks like it's probably like a little bit more at the wrist, and the other one's a little bit higher.
It's not. He. There was another picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I was on IMDb.
I don't know if it was John McCain.
I think it was on IMDb when I first saw it. Jeremy Renner breaking his arms. I just broken arms. Yeah. Okay. You might be right. That's more of his. Oh. It was on another movie, it says here. Stunt gone wrong. No Vanity Fair to see your bullshit.
So one looks like it's probably about a forearm down, the other one.
Is
But he can lift
more
both
further.
of his arms, so it's not like they're like completely casted up and unable to move like C-3PO or some shit like that.
Okay, he fractured his right elbow and his left wrist while filming Tag, a new line cinema comedy.
Okay.
But he says, I think he said something like he can't tie his shoes.
So is Infinity War going to be delayed? Or was his part finished filming?
No, they're already they're in post production for Infinity War.
Okay.
So
Alright, well, that's everything I have. Anybody got any last words?
we covered anime, we covered video games.
Yeah, we did the anime, we did video games.
What'd you
some
say about
movies.
Game of Thrones?
Everybody's waiting on that. That's as far as TV wise. I mean, everything else is in hiatus over the summer.
It's summer.
Yeah. So we're waiting on Game of Thrones.
When
That's
is
the
that?
big thing. The next thing.
When does that come?
I think at the end of this month.
Yeah, because after that will be the Defenders.
In Voltron,
Yeah.
season 3,
Oh,
Can't wait for Voltron.
August 4th.
That's low so long.
So that's everything. So until then, we're in a dry spell a little bit. So, any last words?
Hey, make sure you're tuning in. We got these prize packs going on. And
Right,
a lot of
right.
good stuff.
Nobody is winning, or no matter what you heard,
They don't
a
know
Spider-Man
about that.
backpack or a
Oh.
Assassin's Creed backpack. It's just not gonna happen.
They don't know about that one yet.
No one's winning it, so don't get your hopes up.
They are winning.
They're not winning it.
Stop hating.
It's not making it out of here.
Give these people their prizes.
That they don't deserve it.
And yeah, speaking of that, congratulations to Jennifer Budd for winning the Wonder
The
Woman
Wonder
prize
Woman.
pack.
And I haven't put it up yet because I'm still waiting for it to arrive. But the winner of our Transformers backpack that went out for the contest last week.
Okay, cool. Who won that?
Congratulations. I wait till they receive it before I put it out there. As soon as she says she got it, then I'll. Or as soon as my tracking number says it's been delivered. So
Then you go
look
through
for an
his email
email
so everyone
sometime
can
this
get on it.
weekend about who won and whatnot. I'll let y'all know off the air.
Yes, sir.
Fine, alright.
So yeah, if you didn't win, don't get your hopes down. Stay tuned.
We got a lot
There's
more of
a
this
lot
stuff
more shit to
coming.
get rid of. So
I think you ought to give them a peek at the Assassin's Creed.
no,
Okay.
because it's not till
It's not
when
gonna make
Assassin's Creed Origins come
it.
out.
It doesn't matter. It's not gonna make it.
October, November.
It's gonna vanish before that.
You see that?
Vanish. It's
Not
gonna
gonna make it.
vanish. It's not
October and November is when
Gonna,
it
it's
comes
going to
out.
disappear. It won't make it, so don't get your hopes up.
So that's when the Assassin's Creed pack is going. But
Might
other
get
than
you a
that,
nice consolation prize. We'll give you a gift card to play Assassin's Creed Origins. Link it in the back.
actually I got a game code to Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity. That's going in there.
Yeah, you might want to just throw that away.
The throw Unity away?
Just throw that.
That was a bad one?
Yeah, Unity was a bad one.
But thanks for tuning in. We'll be back
Sometime next month.
We'll be back in a week or so. Knock out some more videos. And like old dirty bastard said, diversify your bonds.
Did it.
Anybody else last words?
We are like a fat kid in dodgeball.
Thanks for tuning in. Recognition, next level.
Keep reading, keep watching, keep writing.
Ended on time like professionals today.
Actually,